member of the PDP, which is one of the strongest opposition party in the country. Anybody can say anything he likes or he wishes. Politics is about dreams. It's about aspirations. Politics is about wish. And so the wish of anybody is his own personal, consumption. And if the APC is saying what they are saying, according to what you said, I think that's their wish. Then the opposition, to remember, are there. They are not just sleeping. In spite of what you call the gale of defection, as far as I'm concerned, defection or no defection, the PDP is still a party that is very strong on ground as an opposition party. And as far as the defection of the Delta, state governor and the team and the concern, we have put that one behind us in PDP, and we are looking forward. So it depends on the wish and aspiration of everybody in whatever party. And the ruling party has a right to say whatever they want to say. But the oppositions are not sleeping. In 2014 and now, well, there are some comparisons you may draw, but they are totally different. The movement of the then new PDP was based on ideology, was based on principles, was based on the desire and aspirations of the people that moved. Remember, many of us that moved that time, there were governors, serving governors, there were former governors, there were serving senators, and there was somebody like me who was a former national secretary and a former national chairman. So, and politicians, we have aspirations. So what will we say we wanted that we have not had in PDP at that time? But because our members, because our people were not having the result of what we canvassed for vote for, then we decided to dialogue with the leadership of the party that time and the president of that time, and that was President Jonathan, that our people were not getting the dividends. Our manifestos canvassed for vote through, some promises to the people. But our people were not getting these promises. And like PDP, we are not just there for our own, on our own. We are not there to serve ourselves. We are there to serve our people. It's the People's Party. That was the principle. That was the main shoot of the disagreement. And we went ahead to discuss with the leadership of the party, and we brought in, a lot of discussions, here, back and forth with the president. I remember very well, Dr. Abati, although you are a passive observer from a distance, there were a lot of meetings here and there with Mr. President and the group, the new PDP. We came up with about 9, reasons or 9 items on the agenda that once our 9 points on the agenda were satisfied, which none of them has to do with anybody, except with the few 1 or 2 governors who have been unnecessarily and unreasonably suspended by the then national chairman. So all the reasons we gave were based on principles. All the reasons we gave were based on the wish and the welfare of our people. We started with those 9 reasons. We came down to 5 after dialoguing. And at the end of the day, we even came down to 1. That's compromise. That's sacrifice. This took about 4 months, if you recollect. And when we even came down to compromise 8 out of 9 reasons and said the president should just do 1 and we shall come back to the party, that one was not done. So we had reason to go. The present gale of defections have no reasons. They were unreasonable, but that's their own reason anyway. As far as the latest defection, the Delta State is concerned, as far as I'm concerned, I think the leaders of PDP have put that one behind us. And we are overflogging the matter. Well, what we are trying to do now is to look ahead and see what is possible. Then looking at the possibility of parties coming together to work. Yeah, it is possible. Very, very possible. We had it that time. And I want to build my chest at this moment that it was the possible merger of other political parties that brought in APC. And as a matter of fact, it was the merger of the new PDP then that came in with 5 governors, larger than any other group, that gave the ticket to APC, even if it was not recognized by the then president, Buhari. That kind of. And instead of having a pat on our back for it, all our discussions, all our agreement were violated, were not followed. And that was the reason why we came back. We quickly retraced our step. We realized that they were not the kind of people that we can work with. Okay, there are other ways of defeating APC or any